on this channel now. I go live on every channel now. You know what I mean? Every channel. So I seen someone complaining about, yo, Cosmology Bay has mad channels. Okay, but it's a science to everything that I do. And if you have nothing to do with it, then, don't let it bother you that much. You know what I mean? What's going on today? Yeah, so on the other channel, we were speaking about how we are programmed from birth, right? So a lot of our behavior today or other people's behavior has a lot to do with the programming from young. A lot of times for us that didn't grow up with any parents, we're programmed by our caregivers, maybe our auntie, our grandmother, or even the environment around us. We're programmed, and we take that on. Even if we change, we still take these elements on in our adult life, and a lot of times we just get better at it. You know what I mean? So, today we're speaking about programming. So a lot of reasons why you are the way you are today is because the programming from when you was young, and that doesn't mean that you point the finger and you blame your caregivers and everything like that, but you can learn from it. I have a book here that says it didn't start with you. I don't know if you guys have heard of that book. I forgot the author, but it's a book explaining your DNA. It didn't start with you, right? It had one story where a brother he liked to play with knives. He found himself in jail for stabbing someone to death, and he did a DNA and everything like that. Come to find out, his grandfather was a top butcher. So, he liked to play with knives. He was attracted to knives, but what if he was a butcher? Or what if he put that to good use? That's just like some brothers in the hood, right? They become, drug dealers or kingpins, and they're really chemists, really chemists. Oh, yeah, I gotta get my cat some food, so I'm gonna make this one quick.
Says the brain of a child under 7 is in a lower vibrational frequency. When you put wires on a person's head, you read electroencephalograph, reading brain activity. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Oh, that's how kids play a tea party with mud pies. But to them, it's a real thing. A kid rides a broom. It's a horse. That's theta, imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. And the idea is this.
Now, it's based on what your imagination is being programmed with, right? Because some children grow up with no imagination at all. So it's who's programming you. I mean, who do you have your children around? Who are you around? And we're even being programmed today in our adulthood to our grave. We're being programmed by the music we listen to, by the YouTube content that we watch. We are being programmed, right? Our phones are programmed with the algorithm. So the universe has an algorithm that programs us also. I'm going to read some comments real quick. Hey, baby, I'm going to get you some food in a little while. Give me 1 second, baby. Give me 1 second. So it says that children learn social norms, expectations, and acceptance behavior from their parents, caregivers, or their peers, or the wider community, meaning who they're around, right? You have your children in the playground, around a bunch of people drinking, smoking, playing foul language. One day I went to a birthday party and they were playing Sexy Red at a child's party. And I'm like, wow, you don't understand the programming that's being done. And then two, it was kind of a little creepy, but you had grown men, filming this, taking pictures of the little kids dancing. And I mean, they may have been doing it not out of anything crazy, but that is the programming. It's the programming. So it says that children learn by imitating, right? This is the molding program, right? Children learn by imitating the behavior, the attitudes, and the belief of those around them. So for the fathers or the mothers that you're not really around your children like that, and you just leave them certain places with certain babysitters, you take them to certain environments, you have them engaging with certain children, they're being programmed, and then you're mad at the child. You're mad at the child. So yeah, we spoke about that. We're programmed by our belief and our values, right? Our behaviors. Personality. The environment we grow up in can influence our personality traits. Yeah. So the environment that we grow up in can influence our personality, meaning that it has an effect on our mental self and is able to mold us. So if you grow up in a rough environment, a lot of times you feel like you have to be rough to protect yourself against the individuals around you. But then if you grow up in a nice, peaceful, quiet environment, you don't really, feel that way. You know what I mean? So we're being molded from birth. From birth. Right. So now one of the questions would be, how do we combat this, right? How do we combat this? And we combat this by taking on new habits, reprogramming ourselves, right? I was watching something, oh man, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Sharif Bey. I can't remember, but they were speaking about matter of fact, I think it was Sharif Bey and the doctor. So shout out to them brothers, New York Opinion, Ron Brown Bay, and the brother Mikey Fever. Shout out to them. So they were speaking about if you open the door with your left hand, open the door with your right hand. You start to reprogram yourself. If you brush your teeth with your left hand, brush it with your right hand. You start to rewire yourself. And this is how we start to combat those old habits by creating new habits. If you have the taste for some candy or some chips, you pick up some fruit. It's easy as that. Developing new habits, consciously adapting new behavior and patterns that can help us reprogram the old habits. In essence, we are able to shape ourselves from our childhood experiences. We also have the responsibility and the ability to reshape our beliefs, behaviors, and perspectives as we mature and gain more self-awareness. Tell me what y'all think about that. I didn't even know they was going to allow me to go live on this channel, but that's good. So I got so many channels. I'm able to go live on one channel and say, yo, that's the limited data or whatever. I'm able to go live on this channel, man. So leave a comment. Peace and love. I know some people like, yo, Cosmology Bay got so many channels, but like I said, it's a method to my science. Peace and love.